Hello, everyone. My name is Dennis Langlais, the host of the 5 Minute Bark podcast. Please join me and Christina Berkeley as we set goals for 2016 in this amazing workshop. Okay, welcome to Team Cody Dog's goal setting for 2016. We've got Christina Berkeley here today to help us out with making some goals and trying to make them a reality for 2016. So we have a list of goals we're going to be going through here today. We're going to ask you some questions. We're going to ask you to write them down and take time to make sure that you're as detailed as possible in the short amount of time we give you. So you're going to work fast, but you're going to think clearly, and we're going to make some cool goals for 2016. So Christina, we're going to help these guys out here today. We have to use our energy and our know-it-all to make sure that these guys get some effective goals set down today. So are you excited?
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Let's tell everybody about you and who you are first, so they know who this person is on the other side of the phone.
I'm a life coach. I live in Brooklyn, New York. You might hear some honking all day long through our recording. I've been working with all sorts of people, from stay-at-home moms to politicians, and at all levels of what they're doing in the world. And it's been really interesting to notice their relationship with their goals. And at this time of year, when the one year ends and another one begins, that's when a lot of people have resolutions or create themes for their coming year. I really like that idea. And setting up a sense of where you want to get to. Given what's happened this year, now what do I know? Where do I want to get to next? It's kind of a reset button, a refresh. What could I really create in my life? That's really exciting to think about, and this is the time to do it. So let's do it together.
All right, I'm ready. So you're ready. So are you ready out there is a big question. So we're going to take you, again, through some questions and answer them as best as you can. You can always press rewind if you want to, and that's what we're going to do here today. So here we go. Okay, Christina, the first question for these people to start with their goals in the things goals category is, what do they want? So anything that's things that they want, we have to help them write down on a piece of paper some really good things.
Okay, so what do you want as far as where you live? What do you want as far as money in the bank? What do you want to drive? What do you want to have in your closet? What do you want to look at every day? What are the things that you want to occupy the space, the environment of your life? It really affects our energy. It really affects the things that we're able to do. Do you want a boat? Do you want a really sexy pair of shoes?
Ooh, that sounds good. Sneakers for me. Definitely. Okay, so what I want? I would love to have I'd love to have a golf course in my backyard, a small one, just a one-hole golf course with a nice green, because I really enjoy playing, but I'm not going to really go there to practice, but just kind of have some friends over and maybe have a drink and just kind of see who can win each other's dollar bills, and have some fun. I would love to have a beautiful porch with nice heaters, so I'm relaxing with my friends, a little campfire there to, have that night where you just kind of chilling and relax, whether it's romantically or maybe with just some friends, just having them over to my house to hang out. So you don't have to worry about drinking and driving or running into trouble. Everybody's just kind of having a great place. And you know what? On top of that, why don't I have a couple extra bedrooms for people to stay in? So that would be nice too.
And a hot tub.
A hot tub is out right there. So I can see it now. Sand trap, putting green, little bar right there. They can watch me do my cool trick shots and my golf clubs, and extra bedrooms just in case they had a couple drinks. So that's good for me. What else can I have? I would love to have a ice cream shop in my house. No, I'm just kidding. I'd love to have, a great running track for my dog, right? So I think we're giving them some pretty good ideas here so far. What do you think?
Yeah. As long as you guys are writing and thinking and writing and thinking.
That's right. Write down.
While you're listening to us brainstorm our own
goals,
desires, and goals. Yeah.
This is awesome, because I'm gonna do this thing over and over again. Okay, the next question is, what 3 things do you want to happen in 1 year or less? So if you want to buy a house, right? Can you plan that in 1 year or less?
Well, perhaps.
Yeah, that's right.
Depends where I'm at. For me, probably not. That would not be happening in a year or less. For me, in a year, perhaps I could buy a car. Or, given where my life situation is at right now and where I'm living and how I like living, in a year, I could have the newest iPhone that comes out. In a year, I could have a wardrobe that makes me feel really, really great. In a year, I could probably have maybe like a second apartment somewhere on the other coast, on the West Coast. That might be fun.
There you go. Yeah. So that's something that's tangible within 1 year or less. And that's what we want you to think about, is finding the things that really are within your grasp 1 year or less. This is very important because once you start accomplishing these smaller goals, it helps you kind of move toward the manifestation of the real bigger goals. So some of you have one on island you want out there, or maybe your own prop plane or whatever. So starting with these kind of builds the confidence. So it's very important you to be more detailed, right? And think these things through to make sure that they happen, because it's all built on confidence. Because once we get the confidence, we can really take on the world. Because let's face it, everybody, there are people out there that own city blocks in New York City. All right. And they had to start out just like we're doing here today. They had to start out somewhere, gain the confidence. And as you know, abundance comes over time.
Yeah. So you may want to look at your goals that you had set for yourself in the previous questions and break them down. Are there smaller chunks there that you can hit in a year that'll help you keep that motivation going and have you feeling like, yeah, I did that. Instead of just waiting for the 5-year thing, it might be a lot harder to keep up the energy necessary to keep going for that.
Absolutely. All right, so we're going to time up here. Write down quickly, what 3 things do you want in 1 year or less?
So this is the really exciting part for me as a coach. Why do you want to have these things in your life? The ones that you wanted to have in a year, the ones that you wanted to have in 5 years, all the things that you just wrote down that are these material items. Why do you want to have them? What's the purpose? What will they bring into your life other than the joy of owning stuff? Because as much fun as that is, we all know that after you have it for a month or two, it just doesn't even matter anymore. You want the next thing. So what will it bring you? Will it bring you happiness, a feeling of happiness? Will it bring you a sense of freedom? Will it bring you security? Will it bring you a fun way to play with other people? What's the thing underneath that desire that you really want to get, that you really want to feel, that'll make it so fun and exciting for you to have?
The absolute commitment, right? They got to be committed to this too. If you're not committed, and this kind of comes back to some of the podcasts I've done, is the absolute supernatural faith in having these goals. You've got to kind of take it beyond the regular level that we all operate on a day-to-day basis. It's kind of like a supernatural commitment to this. You can't just go and say, yeah, I'm going to do it. You got to go, yes, I am doing it. And I know these obstacles coming across that are going to come my way when I'm doing this. And I have to overcome them, because every obstacle has an answer. It's guaranteed. This is just part of the universe, that there is an answer to every obstacle out there in front of you. You just have to let it be opened and happen, and make it happen to go where you commit to these goals. So write them down. Go ahead.
It's going to make it so much easier for you to overcome those obstacles and stick it and really go for that goal if you stay in touch and you really figure out why you want it. That's more important to you deep down. That'll get you through the hard times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So write them down. Okay, so we're off to a good start here. We've got some goals written down, why we're absolutely committed to having them, how long it's going to take for us to get them, and the big why. Why do we want to have them in our lives? You know, I just want to point out here that it's important to understand that we are allowed to have material things. These things that we want, we can have. There's no judgment being put on you. You have the right to have them. They're in this earth and they've been created for you to enjoy. So be open-minded to this and do not put judgment on yourself. Okay, so one last glimpse of your goals before we move on to our next workshop. which is the personal development goals section. We get to work on yourself. All the things you want to do when you want to learn a language, or you want to increase your happiness or your well-being, your spirituality. This is what we're going to work on, the personal development goals, in the next workshop. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to making your goals become a reality.